Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to the channel for the very first time. I thought this might be the best opportunity to just get on here and talk to you guys and just talk about some promises that I'm making to myself. I decided in lieu of resolutions, I'm going to make promises to myself, and then they also impact other people, which I'll get into. Last year I had made a promise to myself, or not made a promise, but I had made an effort to try to pour into myself because I felt like, since becoming a mom and then still working full time and then being a full-time girlfriend slash partner to my boyfriend, I felt like I wasn't nurturing myself enough. And so I sought to create new friendships with other women that have kids because while I have friends, having relationships, having friendships with women that are also mothers and can understand some of the challenges that I was going through or do go through was something that I really needed. And so doing that in addition to going out more often and trying to relinquish some of that mom guilt, and the kids stay home with their dad and I'm out for brunch or out for a night on the town with my homegirls, I really needed that. And so I think taking those steps last year have really fueled me to want to continue to nurture and pour into myself, because I think I pour into other people and other things like work, for instance, and I feel like I'm not fulfilled. And I feel like that's where a lot of my depression and my mental breakdowns come into play, because I don't feel like I'm getting fulfilled in the way that I'm at least attempting. Not to say I do fulfill my loved ones in the way that I maybe want or that they need, but I feel like more than I feel myself. Pouring into myself. So what does that look like? I want to get out and I want to try new things. I've been really wanting to try Pilates. I also want to find a therapist. It's very difficult for me to be vulnerable and to talk to people apart from obviously my boyfriend. But even with my boyfriend, there's things that go on in our relationship. They're we have open communication, we have open dialogue, but there's things that I want to talk about but also don't know how to resolve with him, that I think a therapist could help provide me with the tools to then bring back to our relationship. But yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm very guarded, and even with my friendships, I catch myself censoring what I share with them out of fear of judgment. I want to meet with a therapist at least once a month to just candidly express myself, vent, share with an unbiased party, and just kind of get some tools that I can use to take into my relationships with my friends, with my boyfriend, with my kids, with my parents, whomever. I think that's one thing that I'm lacking, and I feel like that's why I have a lot of the breakdowns that I do, because okay, I'm stressed, I'm worried, I'm hurt, whatever, but okay, but what now? I don't know what to do. Yeah, so that's basically all encompassing how I want to pour into myself and really nurture me. That's a huge goal of mine. With nurturing myself, I'm hoping that I can then nurture my relationships with other people. First and foremost, my kids. I feel like my boyfriend and I are pretty active with them. We try to do activities with them. We try to get them out of the house, especially on the weekends when we're both off. But I want to be more active even in the house with them, and playing with them more. I'll color with them and play with them a little bit, but my thinking is well, there's two of you play together, which they do, but it's not the same as having their mom or their dad, or their mom and their dad playing with them. Either somebody said it or I saw it somewhere, but it was we'll never be this young forever, we'll never be this age again, so let's make the most of it. And I actually interpreted that as my kids will never be this young again, so I need to make the most of it. They'll never be how they are or how they were today. At some point, they're going to be teenage girls, only caring about their friends, going out, their phone, social media, and they're going to want nothing to do with me. And that makes me sad. And I don't want to let these years go by and I regret not spending time with them. I really regret when they were first born and we brought them home, that first year. I remember I would say, I'm looking forward to the toddler stage because I think it'll be easier. And it's not easier, it's different, first and foremost. But like, I really regret not relishing in those years because they'll never be babies again. They'll never be that small. And I catch myself like getting emotional. I was so consumed with like the stresses. So we had them during COVID. And so it was just my boyfriend and I was, getting over postpartum or going through postpartum, and it was just us, and my boyfriend was in school. So it was like we had rotating schedules, with them, and we couldn't have help because we didn't want them to get sick because they were preemies. And I really regret like wishing for the future to come because we had great moments. I even captured some of the moments when we first started our YouTube channel, but like I wish I would have relished in it instead of like each day felt like okay, I wake up, I'm dealing with them, they're screaming, crying, I'm overwhelmed, it's my boyfriend's turn, I'm sleeping, and then we're doing it over, and I just felt like the days were moving by so fast, and it was so hard to deal with it, just us two and two babies, and like not knowing how to be a mother, a parent. I feel really guilty, and that's why, like I said, this promise is not to me. This promise is to Kennedy and Kira. I want to pour into myself to make myself healthier so that I have the energy, or even if I don't have the energy, I'm going to push myself to spend that time with them because they are the most important people to me, and I want to cherish these moments because we are never going to get them again. As a mother, I want them to look and be like, our mom was there for us. She wanted to spend time with us. We wanted to spend time with her, and I want to do right by them. So I didn't think I was going to cry, but this promise is to them, and I want to be a better mother. And people say I'm a good mom, but I don't feel like a good mom all the time. Even with like their dad's help, like it's really hard, but it's not gonna always be hard. It's gonna be different. Each stage is different, but I don't want to waste this time being tired, being lazy. I want to kick myself in the butt, and I am kicking myself in the butt, and I'm like, enjoy these kids because they're not going to want to deal with you 10 years from now when they're 13, 14. The next promise is to my other loved ones, like my boyfriend, my parents, my grandparents, my friends. I want to pour into these relationships more. I want to make an effort to see them, spend time with them. If I can't see you, I want to make a concerted effort to give you a call, check in, see how you're doing. I feel like I get so wrapped up in my own world, my own stresses, which naturally we all do. But I want to pour into those relationships because I don't want people to think that I don't care about them. And I'm sure people understand, but just for me, because I also want to just know how you're doing and just make sure that I'm here for you, I love you. I don't want to wait for people to reach out to me. I want to reach out to them, and it's not about like getting anything in return. It's just about making sure that my loved ones know that they are loved by me. And like I said, that's my family and my friends, because I view my friends as my family, and I feel like I can do a better job of nurturing existing relationships. I feel like I'm nurturing, or at least I'm trying to nurture new friendships, new relationships, but I'm neglecting my old ones, and that's something that I don't want to do like anymore. Not that I was like consciously trying to do that. I just caught myself like, oh, I'm with this person, so I'm making time for them. But it's like, oh, but you have other people over here that want you to make time for them. So I want to do that. These are my promises for 2024. I think I want to do like an update, like maybe every quarter, to kind of see where I am with these goals, or not goals, excuse me, these promises to see what I've completed, what I've done, where I've made the progress, where I need to make additional progress. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. It's different.